Hey, Jen.
Hey, Dana. Hi, everyone.
Welcome to Hypnosis.
And beyond.
Today, I have the pleasure of speaking to the lovely and talented Jennifer C. Johnston, and she has the pleasure of speaking to the lovely and talented Dana Bagdasarian because we are here to have a little conversation amongst ourselves and just play around a little bit together and have a little chat. And we welcome you to join us. We're going to explore a little bit. That, let's start with Jennifer C. Johnston. Tell us a little bit about that has led you to be a guest today here on Hypnosis and Beyond.
Wow. Well, I've been around for a while and I'm a mother of two beautiful children. I have a husband. I have two dogs. I also have been an entrepreneur. But that to say that running parallel to that, I have been exploring
Mm,
just how to understand my brain, how it works with issues. Like we all have ups and downs in life, and
mhm,
just trying to pursue a better life, natural healing remedies, and
uh-huh,
how to eat better, and as far as the brain goes, going through traditional therapies and that kind of thing. But it wasn't until I had hypnosis that I really
mhm,
had the awareness about how my brain works in a different way. After having that experience, it was like I kind of recalled certain symbols, certain imagery, and my brain was really magnetizing to this.
mm,
And my mood changed, and, things were getting better. And it was like, I've got to look more into this. So consequently, I did look into it and took numerous trainings and workshops and what have you. And
mhm,
basically, I am, continuing the process of learning about how my brain works, but also helping others because I just find it so fulfilling. I've been helped. So to be able to help others is just an amazing place to be.
That's such a nice sentiment. And do you find that you are working with certain issues or certain types of people, or do you find you have a niche, or
People come for all different reasons. I mean, initially, it could be like, wanting to eat better. It could be an unwanted feeling or emotion. It could be strained relationships.
Mhm,
But really, what it all boils down to is an awareness
mhm,
of, in simplistic terms, our patterns.
mhm,
Um, we do things on an unconscious level. Um, we're being fed by the unconscious, and all of a sudden our outcomes are not really what we want them to be. Maybe we have things that are happening that we're wondering why. Our intention might have been good, but then all of a sudden we've said something, we felt something that has totally shifted what we really wanted. Having a greater awareness about how your brain works and how the
mhm.
unconscious mind holds all of these limiting beliefs and thoughts and emotions, and we just continue running these patterns. When you're able to understand that, you can go in and you can fix it, for lack of a better word, and have more control.
Mm, that's wow. I mean, having more control of our feelings and our actions is something I think we can all benefit from.
Absolutely.
Wow. So, is there a particular training or modality that stands out to you that you find yourself gravitating to? I know you have many things at your fingertips, at your disposal. You're trained in Reiki, you're trained in hypnosis and NLP. I mean, the list goes on. But is there anything you find that you use more than other things?
It's interesting you say that because hypnosis is a lot of the foundation of what I do. But more and more, I'm loving to add all these other things, like all of these people that we're highlighting on the podcast, like the somatics of what we do, like the
Mhm.
body, as well as, just being able to coach and explain to people in a very simplistic way how their brain works, and then use the hypnosis and then
Mhm.
use the energy work to just keep building and building and building, to make people understand there's so many ways I can heal myself, and there's so many aspects of it. It kind of
Yeah,
like you'll start in one area and everything just kind of opens up.
yeah,
And
that's right.
this is what's fascinating to me now, because through hypnosis you understand your senses more, and I think you get more in tune with everything. And it's just like I understand that everything I do affects how I feel, how I act, and what have you. So that's a long answer, but
Yeah.
basically I'm trying to say that there's no end of
Mhm.
ways that you can be more and more in touch with yourself and find the richness within.
Yeah. And I just love the positive, the hopeful, yeah, that, you try this and then you get results with that, and then you try this and you get results with that. And I just love your approach that there is no one way to get to where you're going, and where you're going might change as well.
Yeah, just being open to it, because the world is can be challenging, and from my perspective, rather, it's pretty crazy.
Hmm.
So, but the one thing we can do something about is our own actions and
Hmm.
our own feelings within, and healing our old stuff, our old trauma, and whatever.
Yeah.
So we start affecting our family in more positive ways and healing what's around us that we have control over. And
Love it.
like an important thing I would like to say is that what we are is just really guides. Uh we might have learned something that the person we're working with doesn't know anything about, but once they do, they have that power. And so
Yes.
this is about releasing people and giving them relief so that they can realize they have all these gifts within them, whether it's they see it as their inner power, their inner voice, God, whatever appeals to you. It's so you have that power and that strength within
Yeah.
yourself. um
Wow.
it's so important for people to understand that we're just practitioners, we're just helping, we're just guides. And then once you understand all this, you can be in a better place in mind. And it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. That's just a beautiful message for people. I wonder if you have a little technique that we might be able to do together, a demonstration of something that you share with your clients that they can use in their day-to-day life to feel good.
Yeah, well, I always love the Jinjitsu because
Mm.
I even used it before we came on today, just to like reset me and reset the nervous system. I learned this from my favorite teacher, Mike Mandel. And it's as simple as this. You just sort of take your one hand and grab your thumb
Mhm.
and squeeze it enough so that you start to feel a pulse. And if you don't feel the pulse right away, it means that you probably need this more than you know. And once you feel that pulse, you just go to the next finger and you keep breathing. And what I find is when you do this, it's almost like you really do go to the center of your core and you
Mm.
start to notice your breath. Everything's kind of integrating. And this is a great thing to do also before you go to bed at night. By the way, you'll do this on both hands.
Okay.
And, Mike says just a great way to fall asleep. And I have to agree with him because every time I do it, I wake up the next day and forgot what happened. Right. So, as I'm telling you this and sharing it with you, that's another point is like, we do have these tools, we need to use them. So just like eating, brushing our teeth, washing our face, all these tools are there for you and they work. You just got to remember to use them. And
Mm.
so that's another beautiful aspect of what we do.
Mm. That was nice. Thank you for sharing that. And I love that explanation as well, and the different ways we can use it. Um, that wow, so many options. Well, and tell us, how would somebody find you?
jennifercjohnston.ca.
Yeah.
Now I have to say it with silliness, right? Because it's a little formal. But I kind of have some ideas on the name of my business, haven't landed there, but let's keep it straightforward. I love meeting people and I love sharing
Yeah, that's
some of
right.
the things that I know, and it's a beautiful thing to watch people get relief and
Yes,
get on a
that's
better
right.
road to the life that they want and that feels good for them.
Love it. Well, thank you for sharing all of that, spending some time with us today.
So, Ms. Dana Bagdasarian, how are you today? Would you like to share with us what
Oh,
led you on your journey to today?
well, I was a high school teacher in the beginning of my professional career, and certainly I did more than just teach curriculum. I was coaching my students and helping them achieve short-term and long-term life goals and looking within for the answers. And it just naturally led me on this path where I wanted to figure out, are there more tools out there to explore within? And there were other logistical things that led to it, but in a nutshell, I wanted to be able to have the inside match the outside. I love this idea that the voice within should be the way we speak to our best friend. And, for example, if our best friend showed up in an outfit that wasn't flattering, you would find a way to say it that was kind. "Oh, let's find you something else to wear," or "I love when you wear blue," or you would put a positive spin. And I just find that a lot of people tend to go right to the, "Why would you wear that? That doesn't look good," that negative self-talk. And with hypnosis and tapping and NLP and all of these different techniques that I've been studying for years now, it's so much easier to get there, you know, just right away when you're ready. And the thing about what we do is your unconscious mind and you have to be ready to make that change. Nobody can do it for you. Just like when you want to learn any new skill, if I want to be a chef and I go to culinary school, I have to stand there and measure the ingredients and make the recipe. We're making our own recipe for the deliberate life we want to live. And so, when we work with people, we are helping people to design the recipe of their life, so to speak.
Nice. So, could you tell us a little bit about the types of clients that you work with specifically?
Yeah, what's so interesting. I knew I was going to work with teenagers because naturally that's what I did in as a teacher. But what I love the most is that I tend to work with the whole family. The kid will come, the parents love the results, and so they want in on it too. And so then I start working with this parent and then this parent and then the cousin and so on and so forth. And I just love the idea of evolving an entire family system at once. And as you know, when you make changes in your own life, you do affect those around you just by your energy shift and the language you use and all of that. And people notice it, but sometimes they're not sure how to get that change for themselves too. And I just love that I have created this space where I'm kind of getting a little bit of everybody. And the other type of client I'm really seeing a lot of is people who want relief from past traumas. And unfortunately, many of us have experienced some pretty traumatic stuff. And sometimes you don't know what to do with it, right? You don't want to carry that around anymore. and have it dictate your reactions to things and be triggered and all that. And so I find that I use a lot of emotional release techniques and help people just let it go.
Mm,
Next, right? Let's move on from that stuff. And so those, I certainly do sports performance and habit control and some of the more well-known uses of hypnosis. But I would say at the core of it all is self-love. And
nice.
really the love that we are so quick to give to others. Let's give it to ourselves. And that's really my passion, is to help people focus it inside.
Beautiful. Well, is there a technique that you'd like to share?
Let's see, is there? There just, guess what? There is.
Yay!
So with this one, this is very, very simple. Just like Jennifer C. Johnston's technique that can be used at any time. So is this one. And that is heart breathing. And literally, what I would like you to do is just take your two hands, put them over your heart, and take a moment. You can close your eyes or open them, whichever's comfortable for you. And just take a few breaths with your hands over your heart and really just feel that blood coursing through your veins, the beats of your heart. Just take a moment to appreciate all that your heart does for you and all that you do every day because of this beautiful body of yours. And so, what I would encourage you to do is think for a moment, what do I need right now? Do I need to amplify the feeling I already have? Do I need to make a shift into a new feeling? And so, I would encourage you on your next breath in to think about, is there a color that comes to mind that you want to feel? Is there a phrase that you want to feel? And take 3 deep breaths on that color or that feeling or that phrase. And the thing is to have your exhale be longer than your inhale. So you just breathe in and exhale. And again, that exhale is longer than the inhale. You just take 3 beautiful breaths. And you just enjoy for a moment that you are giving to yourself. This is all about you. We are all so busy with life. We have a lot of responsibilities, but your biggest responsibility is to yourself. And so this heart breathing is something you can do at the start of your day to set the tone. You can do it when you get in your car, when you get out of your car. You can do it at night as the last gift that you give to yourself. But really, what's here is what's inside of you, either to make you feel even better or to make a shift and get out of the space that you were in into the space that you want to be. And when you feel ready, you can let your hands drop down and you can open your eyes and come back to your body. And just really just enjoy that. That took just a moment or two to get in touch with you and really make sure that you are sending the signal to your unconscious mind and to your heart and to your body that you come first. And no matter what responsibilities or what may be going on, we can't control the events that occur outside of us. We all have things happening to us all the time that we wish were different. And this is something you can do in good times, in tough times. You can do it with other people. It's just a simple, fun little, you know, hey heart, what's up? You know? And so that's something that I think is a really powerful technique.
Nice. And when you were saying, to put yourself first and you have to take care of yourself, when I was also doing the physical aspect of it, it felt like your words, like I was really making that intention for myself. Like I really meant it. You know what
I
I
love
mean?
that.
Because you hear
Yeah.
like, oh, take care of yourself. Okay, yeah, whatever, right? But this
Sure.
having that action
Hmm.
is like I mean it. Like I
Yeah.
really care about you,
That self-connection is so important, and I know you do that with your Reiki as well.
Yeah.
Just getting in touch with that energy that is there.
Mhm.
Let's do it. It's there anyway. Let's utilize it and
Absolutely.
put it towards what we need it to be.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much. And where can we
Yes.
find you?
Well, you might notice behind me is this pepper tree. That's what I've named my business after, is this exact pepper tree here, peppertreewellness.com. And it is just this gorgeous tree that provides shade and beauty and all of these wonderful things, and also so many chores. It drops leaves. It's we have to trim it all the time, and to me it's just a beautiful metaphor for life. That life is a thing of beauty, but it takes a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I thought I would name my business after that. And so hopefully my tree is the star of the show today, for of my portion of the show.
Very
And
beautiful.
I really appreciate you giving me the chance to talk with you and everybody about all this stuff.
Absolutely. We thank you so much for, taking your time to watch this
That's
and
right.
yeah, please
And
share any ideas you have, right?
please, if you feel so inclined, pop down in the comments a self love or a self acceptance energy technique that you do that we can all benefit from. That's the name of the game, right? We're all in this together. So,
Exactly.
with that, Jennifer C. Johnston, what do we always say?
Peace out.
Peace out.